Are we restarting the timer or are we just... Yeah, new timer, new timer. That was like... Alright. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so let's try that again. I apologize. This is Final Fantasy X-2. This is HD 80%. Totally no hiccups, dude. Perfectly, really, I'm really good at this game, I promise. I assure you, I'm really good at this video game.
Hey, give it back already!
Boys! Want in on this number? Then show me your moves!
Think you can keep up?
That's so weird that there's like a 23-second difference on the stream. Stream P4. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's probably good to change the game. I'm sure people coming in think this is Mega Man and be like, what the heck, this is a Mega Man. One weird looking Mega Man game.
Where's the imposter?
I messed up. That's fine.
It cannot be!
See ya.
Boss!
That's quite enough.
Alright.
Won't be yours for long, loves.
Shimete Yaru.
Should be back here to where we were. Just a few minutes here. Gotta apologize for those guys. Probably just do the garment grid stuff, like literally as we get into the
Let's get moving.
airship this time, so that way I remember to actually do it.
This is goodbye.
Oh yeah!
I won't let you off so easily next time.
Oops. I guess I've never realized that you could actually skip that. I think I've tried it before and it never
My
worked.
body just started dancing.
I just noticed in the notes it said it was in there. It was there, but I always tried it and it never worked. Professional speedrunner, by the way.
I've
Shinra's in our bed.
Oh wait, that's
He's a
why.
real whiz kid.
That's why you don't. Oop. So this is the creature carrier. I wasn't supposed to go here yet. That's okay.
I know.
I use garment grids. I clicked it again. Accident. Doesn't really matter which order you use them. Oops. Well, we don't need that guy. We need. Oh wow, yeah, we actually need this guy. So we're not gonna name this one. This is not the first one. We are gonna be getting our main one here soon. Our first main one. But it is not these two. Neither of these two lizards. Our lizard buddies here. So the next one. Yeah, definitely come up with a name here, because once I find them, it's empty. What do you mean? I was lied to. I was chipped, man. They come up with with the first one's name here soon. That is not it. But we will take her so we don't get more from showing up. This is RNG. It's like 1 in 4 chance of getting what we need. Okay, now it's now it's 50-50 shot. Wow, literally the last one. That's so unlucky. Alright, we need the name after I capture the next one. Because I literally got really bad RNG. Alright, what's the name of the first one? His name is Raichu. Alright, now we are done with Creature Creator. That was like the worst RNG I could have possibly gotten. That's alright though. Alright, so we need to go to Garment Grid, Vanguard, and then we need to put Thief onto it. Now we're going to party members. We're going to put Raichu, Gecko, and a Knoll. I'm going to equip the Vanguard onto them along with having Thief on them. Alright, they are set and good to go. Where am I going? I'm going to talk to Brother. Okay, or I'm not talking to Brother because the game wanted to act weird.
He really has improved quite a bit. He told me that he practiced just so that he could talk with me more.
So there'll be a few more of the captures that we're going to need to do.
Let's go.
Alright, so we, yeah, so we triggered the next part by going into the second, going to the cabin, just kind of going back and forth like you just saw I did, and then now we're wanting to head out into Mount Gagazet if the game will allow me.
Sacred Mount
I'm sitting there mashing the X button, just wasn't working for some reason.
revealing long.
She's like, we're just gonna have you just stare at this for a little bit longer.
Don't tell me we gotta climb up that thing.
No worries. I'll take you to the top.
Alright. So we're opening these chests because we actually need money. We need items to sell so we can make money.
Oh, we're not. That's fine.
Thanks so much, Izzy. You have a good night. Yeah, the fastest and easiest way to make some money is to just sell accessories.
Think this map.
So that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're gonna just kind of fall down here.
Who's there?
We have to wait for this to. We have to wait for a certain point in the cutscene before they'll let you skip it for some reason. All right, so this is pretty much all our fighting right here. Awesome. Looks like we did get all of our equipment. So yeah, that's the entire fighting right there. Super difficult. Super difficult.
And this is the thanks.
Hey! Who does she think she is?
She's getting hurt.
So it looks like we didn't miss any of the steals or any of the mugs. So it looks like we're good on that part. So encounters, unlike most of the Final Fantasies, pretty much any of the Final Fantasies 9 afterwards are not in step based. They are actually just random encounters. They are random. When you'll get the encounter, how you're gonna, there are obviously, set fights you have to do, like this one and stuff like that. But pretty much pretty much 9, 10, and 10-2, which are pretty much 9, 10, 10-2, and World of Final Fantasy, which are pretty much the only ones after 9 that actually are, after 8 I should say, that actually have random encounters, are actually random. The rest of them are based off of a step count.
Sorry, boss.
Also, I think the FF1 remakes and the FF2 remakes are also. Oh no, FF2 remakes are also based off of a step count. Oh my goodness, all these preemptives. So unless like you'd think I would want preemptives, but you do not want preemptives because you want to escape from these fights. Or else you lose a bunch of time. to having to watch them attack. I mean, heck, you don't even want any encounters. You can walk out as... Can I stop getting it preempted every single time? That's so unlucky. Alright. So, kind of bad RNG, but it's okay.
Let's show them.
Yeah, well... Okay, so if this was not Creature Creator, preemptives would be awesome. But it's Creature Creator, so you don't want preemptives. Because they'll attack and you lose time for it. You actually, like, ambushes are actually good. That's the one thing that's super weird, is that, like, ambushes are actually good. So shout out to SloaTheDemon, having like the strongest legs in the world.
Would you stop staring?
Okay, so we just... So this part, you're supposed to be like chasing after LeBlanc, but it's, as you can see, not really that hard. This is like the first actual boss of the game, I would say. I wouldn't say it's like... I wouldn't count the fights you did with like... with LeBlanc's goons really being like the first boss. LeBlanc and her goons. Wouldn't necessarily count that as... Another part of this is just... If they do armor break or they do crack break, it just loses... It also loses you time because they just want to... Because they'll sit there forever charging the same ability for like... And you'll watch like your other two just sit there and get turns before... Like, you'll just sit there and watch the other two just get like 3-4 turns before you even gets the one armor break.
It's obvious to... Perfect.
And they didn't allow you to unlearn these like abilities like Crackdown and armor break and stuff like that, which is really silly in my opinion.
Brother?
Alright, so before we continue onward, the controls in this game is super weird. Like, you'll hold down but you'll go forward, or you'll hold forward and still go forward. It's like sometimes the game just wants you to go a specific direction. And it's just really silly. Alright, so we need to sell everything we just got, except for the muscle belt. We need the muscle belt. And we're like 100 short, that's okay. Just gonna sell a few potions and we're good. Head to the bridge. I never mean to do that, but the fact accidentally
It's not very
stepping
exciting.
on brother, it's funny.
But we can use it as a dress sphere.
A useless dress sphere. Keep up.
Incoming data.
It is hard in the virtual too. You're right. Alright, so we got these two places we can go, but we're gonna go to the Calmlands. Because we're rebels like that.
The Calm Land.
Who needs to save the world when we can go have fun in the Calmlands? So if anyone's ever played the original 10, they know that the Calmlands was a peaceful place. It was a very long, like, it was the place where most summoners have actually died on their pilgrimage to Xanarkin. And it was after when the Eternal Calm came, it was turned into a tourist attraction for places for people to. Oh God, dang dude, just hit someone already. Jeez. But yeah, it was turned into a tourist attraction for people to come and have fun and enjoy themselves. Okay, so we need to buy credits. We need to buy 410 credits. And we need to trade in our credits for a charm bangle. That's very important to have. Ride hover to travel agency. So we need 500 points to buy the charm bangle, and then we need another 10 to ride the hover over here. Before we go, I'm going to save real quick in case I mess up here, because I have had points where I thought I was on wristband and I was actually on armlet. So alright, that's the Comlines. So real quick, we need to go to Yuna. We need to equip her with the charm bangle. Yeah, if I accidentally buy the wrong thing, then I have no way of recovering my money. It's pretty rip from there. Okay. Now we have everyone set, and now we're gonna go to Xanarkin. The game kind of advises you to go to Besaid first. Like, it wants you to go to Besaid first, but it doesn't really matter which one you go to first. Going to Xanarkin first is better because it makes you get more experience. Yeah, they're always a good idea. There's not a lot of places where you need to safety save. That's probably like one of the few places I would say you need to safety save. That, and when we're going to do our second and third creature creator, because I only get like 3 or 4 chances at it, or 3 to 5 chances on the second. On the third one, on the second one, I only got 3 chances at it.
Why are you?
And if I miss them all 3 times, well, you know, I gotta reset.
I guide people through Zen. People come from up. I can.
I mean, it hasn't happened to me, thankfully, but it's possible.
Nothing.
If
Taro, Hana, you ready?
But
What's the clue again?
for the most part, this run is basically
Let's head out.
just a lot of movement, and
Yes, sir.
it's a lot of movement and knowing when to change your aggression.
Yes.
Because your aggression will change how much damage you're doing and how much damage you're taking. So if you have your stars on 5, then you're going to take a lot of damage, but you're going to dish out a lot of damage. But if you're on, and then 0's like the complete opposite. You know, you're not going to do a lot of damage, but you're not going to take a lot of damage.
Your posse.
You
Oops.
remember.
I was supposed to pick the second option because it's faster, but
This is Hana. And this is Taro.
Thank God I can't
Nice to
skip any
meet
of
you,
this
Lady Yuna.
text because my controller just
What are
decided to
you
draw it
doing
again.
here? There are fiends around.
Fiends? Ha! Uh-huh. That's right. We're sphere hunters. The Kindergartens!
The Kindergartens.
The Kindergartens!
You here on
At
some
least it
kind of
did it.
treasure hunt?
At least it did it at a good
So
point.
he must be a clue to finding the treasure.
Uh-huh. That's right. We
Pay
paid
15 whole gil for that. 15
Come
whole
on,
gil.
let's go.
Dang, dude. Paid 15 whole gil. That's like the equivalent of 15 cents.
Kindergartens, move out. See you, Lady Yuna.
15 gil for a clue?
GoFundMe for controller for Sloa. I just need one that's not a
Come in.
PS4 controller because
Oh, hey.
it's
It's just that I heard.
I can't tell if it's the I don't know if it's the controller. I think it's the controller, not really the
The clue?
the cord.
What? The
But I just need
goals?
something that's like USB connected.
Monkey.
Monkey.
We won't let you up.
I might get one on the first when I actually have some money. For now, not really that worried about it. Oh, someone, dude. Like I don't run like most games that I run on the PC. I can run with another controller. It's just this one is just better with a PS4 controller. So it doesn't really matter which option you choose here, because he'll fight you they fight you regardless. So. So it's faster to run like past her because it skips like a text box. Because she'll be like, "Oh, I couldn't possibly hurt children, but oh, would I love to hurt you?" or something like that. She says. The fuck? She just like randomly threw a potion. I've never seen that. I didn't even know that was a thing. Threw me off. I wasn't even. I threw me off like so much. It threw me off my bearings, dude. Jeez. So Zanarkand is kind of like the final area you go to in the last game. It's where you kind of find out that the final Aeon is actually a false prophet, and that you had that the final Aeon is what becomes sin and stuff like, and so on and so forth. Just gonna save. I don't really think I need to. Should be fine. Oops, I need to. Okay, that won't be for a while anyway, so you'll probably be back before it comes up.
Well,
Because it won't be till the end of chapter 1, which we just started chapter 1. So it'll be pretty much after we go through this and we go through Besaid, which is the next area, and then we have to go through Killik. You'll be back tomorrow.
years ago.
But what about my third choice, monk ass? This is the best cutscene too. You're gonna miss the best cutscene.
Who's there?
You have done well to make it this far, Sphere Hunters. But you will not have the treasure you seek so easily.
So we fight.
If you want the treasure, you must speak the
password.
Password.
The clues?
Oh, I know. The password is monkey.
Yes, good. Okay, so now tell me, what is the meaning of life?
So it doesn't matter what we pick here. We're just gonna pick the first option.
The comb.
Wrong. Wrong!
Is that
Wait a
Isaru?
minute. This voice sounds familiar. Is that Isaru?
And now we have just a cutscene just to chill out with.
What are you doing?
My job. I bring excitement to those who've come to see this sacred place. I too once traveled with the hope of seeing this place someday. Working here somehow fulfills that wish.
I see.
Okay, thanks for coming. And remember, the ruins of Xanarkand will be waiting.
Ex-summoners come in all flavors.
Apparently so.
We done here?
The Sphere Oscillo Finder picked up a signal.
The
There should
Sphere
still be a sphere
Oscillo
nearby.
Finder.
Oh.
Right.
Okay, let's try this again.
That's a great name, by the way. Sphere Oscillo Finder. So if anyone's curious why we're not getting any encounters, that's the reason we bought the Charm Bangle. The Charm Bangle allows us to not get any encounters in the entire run. And so we're pretty much just getting all of our experience from boss
Not
fights.
alone.
Think we need a password?
How about kick
How
its
about
ass?
kick its ass?
Probably one of my favorite lines. So here we just hope they don't cast anything, and of course all three of them decide to cast Armor Break. That's just really bad RNG. As you can see how long it takes before they get a turn. Quite annoying. It's making this fight go way longer than it needs to. It could actually kill us before. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, the game decides to just armor break out of random chance. Just makes the fight go longer. Especially when they all three, it's just really bad. Which can happen.
What? It's only half a sphere.
All that for nothing.
Well, it can't hurt to take it with us.
I can't believe how much this place has changed.
Yeah, so that gets us a few levels, which is pretty good. Alright, so now we're going to go to Besaid Island.
This must be how... This is the first time I've...
So now we're gonna go over here and we're gonna talk to Lulu. Don't worry about her hair; it's totally normal.
So, tell us about the...
So, I could use...
Welcome back.
Kimari said he found it on Mount Gagazet.
Promise you didn't miss much.
It does look like him, though something seems a little off.
Alright, so
Since you've come all this...
Lulu walks really slow here, so we want to speed her up. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk in here, and she'll just pop in. So all of it's interesting? I guess. I mean, the HD version of this run is not very interesting, because, aka the international version. This is also, the HD version is also the international version, which is one on the PS2. It's not super interesting, because it's mostly just watching the creatures do everything for you.
Good mood?
Oh, I forgot to skip. So you can skip this. I really feel like the PS2 version does the speed run a lot more justice. The run is very interesting, very, very cool, and it's just like, like I said, this one just, it doesn't really do it much justice. Tower challenges, pressing buttons. I'm trying to which one that is. Oh, you're probably talking about when you're under Bavel, I think. 8. 5. You're not okay with her hair. It's gone on square one. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. It's because the HD is such a great port, by the way. I didn't mention how great great of a port this game is. It's a fantastic port. You know, it only green screens on a couple of cinematics. You know, not a big deal. No, not here yet. So there's a little cool trick you can do here. It saves a few seconds better than your controller port. Better than my controller port, indeed. So you can kind of just go over here and kind of skip a little cutscene that goes on. 0. Our hair product, both. Oops, that's not 8. 8005. Let's try that. Nothing happens. 8105. 8205. You guys love guessing? I love guessing. That's what this 05. 305. 8405. 8505. Nope, that's not either. 8605. That's not it either. Oh my goodness. Which one is it? I'm mad. Oh my god, it's gotta be one of these numbers. Of course, it's 8905. I should have checked 9. I really should have checked 9. I honestly should have. This is a solid object. I know, dude. Yeah, that's marathon luck for you. I mean, to be fair, I don't get very good luck on those anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. I think the true marathon luck was the goon luck.
Find us.
Find a sphere and the fiends appear. I think that was actually the marathon luck. That one before there, I just got bad luck before. That was, or the sphere the guest cipher was just, it's fine. That happens. What the? That attack was so delayed. Good port, by the way. Why was that attack so delayed? Well, one time I actually, I ended up boarding the ship here and lost like a bunch of time because I had to come all the way back over here.
Find anything?
That one was pretty funny.
So,
I'm gonna be a father soon.
that's
Yeah, but just how it? Sure wish I.
Walker gonna be a father soon.
You read me? You guys about?
Yeah.
So pretty much what that was all about was the fact that
Gone wings. The wing.
pretty much what that was all about was the fact that Waka had heard about a sphere that his brother Chapu told him about that had video of his father, and so he was trying to look for it, and that was the video that he thought had something with his father, but it was actually just of Chapu admitting that he actually had lied about it because he was mad. Flying cat. I mean, that kid just blocked the heck out of me, dude. You saw that? The nerve, dude. The nerve. This is another boss that, the bosses coming up in this next area can really destroy you if you're not careful, but thankfully there's an autosave right before you go into the boss fight, it autosaves for you, so thankfully there's that. Alright, so there's like this huge kind of maze you're supposed to do here to get around things. If you played the original games, you kind of know, because there's like a lot of places where they're like blocking your path, whether it's the youth league or New Yevon is kind of blocking your path, and you have to kind of maneuver around. But if you played the original one, you kind of know the path that you need to go. So over here, we have to go over here. We have to at least like hit that cutscene right there, or hit the thing there, and we don't actually have to look at the cutscene, but we can. That's all we have to do right there is just do that, and then we come over here. I'm going to save in case I mess up. I know in the original, I know in PS2 if you mess up, it's bad, but I don't think in the HD version it matters if you mess up or not, except for the fact that you have to fight the guards. But it's pretty simple. It's 1-4. It's 1-4-1-4-4. These guys shooting at me. What rude dudes. Just know how to treat a lady. So the game kind of tries to throw you off, thinking you're out of the clear. In actuality, you're not, and then you just have to say the same exact one you did before. So it's not that big of a deal. So this fight can really test how fast you can switch between 5 and 0. Because if he gets a hit on you, you're just dead. One of your dudes can just easily die if you're not careful.
How you like that? Not bad
So
at all.
I got really good RNG there. Like I said before, I had myself die
We're sphere hunters.
quite a bit there. So
Go, Wings, let's go! Sorry, Donna. The sphere is ours.
looks like I might actually be ahead of my PB by a few seconds. Just looking at the timer by my
Tough luck.
compared to my yeah, I'm like like what's that? Yeah, like 16 seconds ahead of it. Oops, I'm forgetting to save. We just skip the cutscene.
How'd
Oops.
the sphere analysis go?
It's just a regular movie sphere. It doesn't appear
Alright,
to
so
have any
here we're
special
going to
functions.
we're going to be doing a glitch that it won't become apparent right now. We're going to be watching this. We can skip this, but we don't want to skip it. And the reason we don't want to skip it is due to the fact that we want due to the fact of how this glitch works is we're going to do what's called we're going to store the skip so we can skip another one. 3, 4. Okay, I think I got it.
Fred Spirit Red Machina.
Any ideas?
Not a but as Machina go.
You? Is it you?
All right.
And
I think I got it.
Wings, front and center.
It's not that big of a deal. I got my PP's accounting for not having the buffer, not have what am I doing?
what's that?
Just some chai.
My PB is accounting for if I miss those, so. Not PB, my estimate is counting for if I miss those. Okay, so this is like the worst mini game in the game. Because trying to get these guys in here is impossible. I swear it is. When you get the first two are fine, but it's like when you try to get the third one, and it's just like, why, game? Like, I actually have a split of me just trying to get these guys in. It's ridiculous. Like, even in the casual playthrough, this thing sucks. As I get it, like, easily. What the heck, dude? And they're complaining about it and saying, "Oh, as I get it, just perfectly." So we can't skip this cutscene, but the cutscene afterwards we can skip. I don't know. I really don't know why they force you to watch this cutscene. I guess they really were a fan of listening to the Lalas. I don't really like like I said, it accounts for if I miss the movie skips. They're like 5. Like this one's like a few minutes if I miss it though. We'll tell if I got it. Yep. Okay, I got it. Sweet. All right, that saves like a minute or two or something. So what happened right there? That's not a skippable FMV. Like not normally, at least, it's not it's not normally a FMV that you're allowed to skip. So what I did instead was I did what's called, like I said, the skip storage, where I stored the skip from the one before it and just skipped over that cutscene. Where do? So we want to give it to New Yevon, and the reason behind that is because we're gonna have to come back to New Yevon later, and it saves a lot of time giving it to him, that, because you have to do a bunch of fights and stuff like that if you don't give it to them.
Who's on top now, dull wings? It'll be 1,000 years before you can take on the mighty LeBlanc.
She got it.
Go to the elevator, go to the bridge. Now we're gonna get our second one. And the second one's just default, so we're just gonna name him. We're gonna keep his name by default, just because it's just faster.
I know.
Oops, that's not what I meant.
I know.
Go to creature killer, trap creature, beacon owl, desert. That's not what I meant to do. That is exactly the one we were looking for too. Okay, so our good buddy the Anole, we're going to go ahead and remove his stuff because he is no longer needed. So coins. Party members, and we're going to go ahead and equip our new, put in our new machine hunter buddy here. Or equip him with a bunch of stuff. And then from here, Talk to Buddy. So we don't. The game won't really give you any leads on any places that you have to go, but we already know where to go. So we're just going to go to this, go to certain places. Go to the Fate Scar. Yeah, we're going to the Fate Scar. So we want to go down here.
Must.
So, pretty much for the most part here,
No wonder the.
we're hoping it can happen. We're hoping Machine Hunter doesn't die, but we hope, like, pretty much mainly because of the fact that he, you know, he's obviously he's a new kid in town. We need him to get experience. We need him to get levels. Of course, we need all two, but most importantly, we need him because he's behind our experience and levels and all that junk. Alright, so just doing more hardcore parkour. Okay, eventually. Okay. Alright. So we followed the
There's a hot spot.
goons all the way to the...
Talk about it all. LeBlanc's. Hey, not that it.
You got me. So.
I know.
I don't know.
They're the ones.
So now we gotta
You're a little
fight
helper.
Ormy here.
Look out! Look out!
Ormy trying to sneak a peek. So Ormy's not really that hard. As you can see, he's not that hard.
Hey. Or is it?
There's the peeping Tomies. Awesome. So, Machine Hunter didn't die through the entire thing, which is great because it means he got experience, which is exactly what we wanted.
Mission accomplished. We
So
found
that's our-
ourselves a uniform.
That's our first uniform. So we need 3 uniforms through the game. I'm not sure why they give you two of those. I'm not exactly sure. So here we're wanting to go to Jose because for 2 reasons. One, we're going to find on the Jose Road, we're going to find we're gonna talk with we need to talk with someone so we can get permission to dig. I think I talked to this guy. Sorry, I'm trying to remember who we're supposed to be talking to. I think we talk to this one, that's right. So you can squeeze in, but I missed it. Oh well. You can actually squeeze yourself in between those two, and if you time it right, you can actually just skip this guy, but not have to wait for him. Oh well. It's kind of tricky. If you, I haven't got it yet, but if you do it, it does save some time. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. But you gotta talk to this guy. Tell him I want to dig. He's like, all right, we'll go into the temple and go talk to Gipple. So we're gonna go talk to Gipple to tell him we want to dig. So this, like, again, we're kind of killing two birds with one stone doing this. We need to be able to dig so we can go get the last uniform, while we're also going to get the second uniform here.
Never been this close. No. All right, you're hot.
And now we have the letter of introduction, and there's a flying monkey at my face. It's all good.
We gotta find that sphere.
Okay, so
Hey, let's find it.
we gotta find this this sphere before they find it, which won't be hard. So the sphere is all the way at the end of the Mian High, the Jose High Road, because yeah, I get just filler, I guess. I don't know. It's almost all the way. It's like halfway through or something.
Where it was. Sorry for the trouble. I appreciate you finding it for us, though. What?
You're not giving it back? The nerve.
The girl.
So then we take it back. Huh? And on that note,
Yeah, I got chocolate cake. Who needs the speed run when I have chocolate cake? I'm a highly professional speedrunner right here, by the way. You know, to be honest, this fight would go faster if they actually land their hits. Wow, dude. That is extremely unlucky. That's... I'm actually gonna die. I'm actually gonna die because they just can't land a hit on Logos for some reason. Oh, because he's blind, I wonder. That's just really unlucky. That's just really unlucky.
Over already?
Wow, that was just really unlucky. That's the first time I've ever actually died. First time I've died in that fight, at least. I mean, Logos is what makes that fight really difficult. Oh my lord, how long is this load, dude? Hello? The game freeze on me? Okay. Oop, that's not the right game. Can we please load the right game? Game just froze up on me. I have no idea what happened.
That's weird. We gotta find that.
So that's really unlucky. That's okay though.
Hey, let's find.
Someone's turning.
Nothing you can really do about it. You can just hope that your AI actually is smart. Fortunately, I did not get a smart AI. And apparently he used a flash grenade at some point during the fight. Because my AI couldn't, my dudes couldn't hit for the damn.
Sorry for the trouble. I appreciate you finding it for us, though. What?
The nerve.
The goal. So then we take it back.
Huh?
And on that note, take it back.
Yeah, auto saved. Oh my goodness, can you guys not freaking armor break? Probably make this fight go a lot better. Okay, this fight should go a lot smoother now that Logos is dead. Well, it would be going better. Oh, sorry. It'd be going better if they would stop freaking using armor break. Oops. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man, it's just silly, dude.
I'm busy, so make it fast.
Like some fights will just they'll just be like that. They'll just like you'll all of a sudden just have like a really terrible fight one moment, and then just go right back into that fight and just destroy it.
Expecting any special treatment.
Right.
We'll send you out there by hover. Go talk to the pilot about it.
That's just how dumb this the
before you
RNG
start
in this is in this game.
Some strange stuff's been washed.
This makes zero sense. Hello? Talk to him again? Alright, this is where we're going to find the third one. Like I said before, the game doesn't really give you a direction to go. To get the uniforms, so you kind of have to find them yourself.
Well,
So yeah, that death costed me a few minutes. Looks like. Oops, I forgot.
Goodbye, little girl.
So yeah, that lost me a couple minutes, looks like. About 2 minutes, yeah. That sucks. Still PB. I'm pretty sure this is still PBable though. Oops. That's the weird thing. This is still probably this could still PB too. As long as Mega Sisters go good, then it shouldn't be that big of a deal.
I hope. Worry.
Okay.
Alright, now that we've gotten a new fashion sense, now we're going to go ahead and go right in. Reporting for duty. Thanks. Skip this cutscene. We're going to go inside here.
The boss is a...
Suppressing her natural charm and...
Slower.
You. Go.
Some people pronounce it as slow, and that's fine. I don't really like correct people that much when people say slow, because like it's really just a matter of how you see it. No problem. All right, so now we got another mini game. This is a fantastic mini game. I'm not really gonna say anything much about it. I think it speaks for itself. Not starting off good.
You're good.
Oh, that was the wrong way.
There.
Not quite.
Oh, okay. I'm probably actually gonna fail this.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'm definitely failing this.
There.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I failed it. That's not it.
Watch where you grab.
That's not that big of a deal if you miss it again. If you mess it up. Doesn't actually, weirdly enough. But it's all RNG, so...
You've got the wrong
What's
spot.
up?
There. That's nice. You're good.
Ooh. That's not it. Not quite. Where are you
What the hell? Where is it? There it is.
There.
Okay, now we're good. Now we don't care.
There. Ooh.
Ow.
See, I think that mini game speaks for itself.
The boss fell asleep.
We've been waiting for her to...
We'll just have... In the meantime...
The back of the...
The back of the living room. I don't understand why they make him sound like he's some giant idiot or something, even though he actually is. Like, you don't have to make him sound like me, big tough guy. Be stupid. I don't know. I think that trope is overdone. Alright, so this is Army. It's not that tough. Alright, so far Machine Hunter has not missed any experience, which is really good. Because there are some good chances of him missing experience, so... You have to make sure to skip right there, else you're going to have to watch the whole sphere cutscene. Waste a lot of time.
It's a...
Only naughty girl.
What about you?
The bosses.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Sometimes I can actually tag out Ormy before he actually runs off, so it's kind of nice when he does because it saves time. Booby traps armed. Hello? Camera? You okay there? Okay, so there's a little... Oh, what? I'm sure it works. Activate, please. Alright, so there's a little, kind of... It's called like a puzzle you're supposed to be doing here. This will show up. So you're supposed to like you're usually supposed to like run away from it, but you can just run into it and it just you get the same results here. Apparently, the trigger for that is actually just when you hit the spikes, not when you run away from them. So you can just hit the spike when the spikes hit you. It triggers that cutscene. So you can save just a lot of time doing that. So we're gonna hit the save if I can. Alright.
I went through a lot of trouble
So don't...
Yes, boss.
Jeez, boss. Oh, not the thumb again. Yeah, like, okay, so in what's it called? In the PS2 version, that is actually a really tough boss.
Well, what...
That fight's actually really tough.
Wait a second. Please.
And I know, like I said, this is what we're talking about. Like the HD version doesn't really give this game, the speedrun for this game, justice, in my opinion. ahead, sorry, you can skip this.
That is... We finished our analysis of this...
I see Pavel has...
Those Yevon scum? If anyone uses...
But it's... All we have to do is shake it.
That's what Nucci's got in mind. What... The summoner who defeated... So, then I...
Waiting.
Don't be silly, love.
Okay, so... So now we're gonna head on out to Bavel, and
Sin is gone. The eternal calm.
we're almost done with chapter 2, pretty much. How many is it? Hold on there. So no matter if you give New Yevon the sphere or not, you have to come back. You have to come here. And if you do not give,
it's obvious. We nabbed the head honcho.
we do not give the sphere to Pavel, then we're gonna have to do. You have to go through a series of fights and stuff like that, and it wastes a lot of time. So it's better just. It's better just to go ahead and give it to Pavel.
He's much stronger than he looks.
Which I find it very interesting that the game actually, the game actually,
The High Summoner! Please, forgive my rudeness.
actually has your choices actually give some kind of action. Your choices actually have some kind of change to it. Also, we're going to take this just to save a little bit of walking. Might not look like that much, but that actually saves quite a bit of walking. It's also very disorienting. I apologize. Like, even if yeah, if you choose to give it to the youth league, but the consequences of giving it to the to New Yevon versus the youth league is the fact that you can't access certain you can't access like Calico. Oops, I went to the wrong side. You can't access or did I? Yeah, I did go the wrong side. You can't access no, I didn't. I was right the first time, dude. I don't know why I second guessed myself. If you give it to the New Yevon versus stream so far, man. If you give it to New Yevon, you can't access certain places like Kilika. You can't access Mushroom Rock. Well, you can access Mushroom Rock, but you can't get into the New Yevon headquarters. All the youth league guys will actually attack you. Stuff like that. Just same thing with and with New Yevon. If you go to Bavel, they'll do the same thing. But you don't really get any benefits out of giving it to the youth league.
Yeah.
And at least for in the speed running wise. Obviously in casual is just you can pick whichever you want, but it does I gave it to New Yevon in my casual, my first playthrough of this.
Wait. The temples reek of...
I didn't realize that it was actually a good choice. I didn't realize the youth league is actually what kind of like benefits it actually gave. Until after I my second playthrough, I actually gave it to the youth league to see what happens. Alright, so there's a few forced battles here that we have to do. So the game, oh nice, preemptive. So the game has us fighting, there's like a lot of fiends that are coming out of the temples, and that's due to the fact of some crazy things going on that will be explained later in the game. Which the explanation is like, it's again, the story of this game makes no sense. Don't try to make sense of it. It really doesn't make any. Alright, so now we're going into the Faith, or the Chamber of Faith. So we're going to make it, we're just going to heal up real quick. No real need to save. So we go to the Chamber of Faith, and the Faith is gone. Suspicious. It's super suspicious.
Let's go.
And now we're jumping down because YOLO. Alright, so now that we come here, now we've kind of activated the security of this area. Oh, forgot to walk forward for the...
Hey!
Don't think they care. Alright, so this is like kind of like a crazy little puzzle kind of thing we're supposed to do here. There's all these towers and stuff like that we have to do. The puzzle is actually pretty simple. It's like we go to this one, and then we go to every other one, and we're done. That's all we actually all have to do. Is to go to every other one. How many are there? There's 3? Yeah. So we fight 2 of those haymaker guys, and then we fight the actual boss of the prospect guards. Or percept guards, or whatever. I always call them prospect guards because memes. Alright. And then now we have the actual boss. This boss is actually, correctly, is actually pretty challenging, but since this is the HD version, this boss is gonna get just destroyed. Yeah. That was the mid boss, by the way. There's like 3 bosses here that we fight. That's like the first one. Seems good. Ooh, okay. You want 1/3. GG, I know. Yeah, like, hello? My PvE is actually already done with Barrel Eye, which is the second boss of this area. I mean, we're not far off from Barrel Eye though either, so to be fair. Actually, my PvE is actually fighting Bahamut right now. I actually completed Bahamut. Alright, so we're coming up on Barrel Eye now. It's not hard, per se. At least I wouldn't say it's hard.
Sorry, I'm going ahead.
You have your
Wait up!
With so many things woven together, what could be waiting where the threads meet?
Alright, as I kind of spoiled, if you guys haven't already played this game, next boss is Bahamut. It's just gonna kind of show us how far we are actually from my PB. That's okay though. Like I said, my end game on my PB is just absolutely atrocious, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh my god, all 3 of you? Really? When's the best time to step away for about 10 minutes? Here soon, actually. Right, like probably right after this boss is probably the best time, because it's just a bunch of cutscenes. Oh yeah, we're like 3 minutes behind my PB. Also, again, it's fine. Do, 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 do.
Why is this happening? I wish you were here with me. Thank you, Pain. You were right. We had to fight it, didn't we?
Absolute zero PV. Even though I have 15 minutes to save in the end game. Omega lol.
Nothing.
This whole...
You think...
What?
Can I skip this? No. That's what I thought.
No. It must have fled in...
I don't think...
I must report. Boys?
He's boss.
Technically, this isn't how it was supposed to be. The eternal calm. I can feel it crumbling, falling away from beneath our feet.
Good up.
Jonah! Yari super tutu! Get back to Celsius on the double!
Oh, God.
Trouble, and I mean big time. Beams are pouring out.
Okay. Alright, go to Besaid. Just because it's just the first one. There's no real particular good order, good or bad order of doing this. So we're just gonna go to Besaid first. Just because it's the first one. Oh, can I talk to...
They're coming for... But it's all right. Waka and the others fought them off. Luckily,
Guess you're friendly.
any fiends they met. Waka and the rest split up to track them down. Give them a hand.
Thanks, controller.
The Gull Wings are on the job. We'll even give you our special bargain price.
That's nice.
Sorry, Lulu.
That's okay. It's all right. Now go. Take a look around. People in the village will feel better knowing you're here, Yuna.
It only loses a few seconds that I couldn't mash through that. That's okay.
What, Jeff? 2.
I think like
I can see you.
I think being able to mash through the cutscenes there is just like 15, 30 seconds or something like that. You save.
Walker's inside.
I was supposed to do. I feel like I was supposed to. Yeah, I was. Oops. Can I leave? Go back out for a second. Alright, well, I'm gonna waste some time here real quick because I just derped out and forgot to. Shut up. I just realized it too. It should be fine.
I know.
Mihin High Road. Oops, I was supposed to name that one. Oh well, it's too late now. My bad. Bracer. Like I'm already losing a lot of time. I was just trying to finish that up quickly. I wasn't thinking about the name. My apologies.
Waka!
So
Wouldn't want you.
Hey,
we head on down and we're gonna fight Bale 4.
No.
Waka!
The attack that goes past my MP, which is interesting. Alright, that was Bale 4. I lost probably more time to me having to go back than anything. Again, this is going to come down to how my end game goes. That was really solid.
Talk about a one-track mind.
Memories are just memories, yeah? If fiends ever come out of the temple again, I may really have to burn it.
I guess so. But call me before you do. We'll save fire for our last resort.
You got it.
Shout out to Stay Hydrated Bot. So originally, since if you give the sphere to the Yevon, you can't access Kilika. But this is a special case to the fact, obviously, it's story based. The game allows you to go into Kilika. So you need to come up here. Talk with her.
I think it's...
Yeah, so here there's a... I don't need practice. This is supposed to be like a little mini game or whatever, and it's supposed to be like, oh, you get one chance at doing it, and that's it.
There's a hidden path.
But if you just literally, if you actually just mash, it'll work. It doesn't actually matter. You don't actually have to play the minigame or get it correct or anything. Just mash. So yeah, so the game is gonna force us to go to every barricade until it will let us progress the game. So we have to go to that one, and then we have to go over here, go to this one. Okay, we should push that guy out the way. Once we do that, then we'll walk over here, and it will trigger this cutscene,
Donna said that,
which will allow us to continue onward. Also, shoutouts to Riku and Pain. They don't understand what a wall is. I have no clue what a wall is, by the way. It's pretty funny. Oh, so we can just casually phase through these guys. It's all good. So just like the other two that we've been to, there's fiends pouring out of the temple, and there's there's fiends pouring out of the temple, and there's also just a bunch of it, and there's also Dark Aeon at the end of the thing, just like the other two we've been at. So I want to save here, actually. This is, again, one of the few places I actually want to save. And that's because the game can just randomly just soft lock on Ifrit. I've had it happen. Again, it's because the HD port is a very good port. You know, I still stand by that, Kappa. It's a very good port. Alright, so there's a bunch of dudes we have to fight here. Because lore and video games and such, I don't know. And no, we're not getting to random encounters. We are these are actually like the story-based fights. We still have the charm angle on, so that means it kind of looks like we're going into random battles, but we're not actually going into random battles. We actually have to do this in a certain order. The game forces us to, and it's really stupid in my opinion. Not saying that there's a faster way to do this, it's just I hate having to go right to left. You know, I don't read my books right to left, and I don't want to play my video games right to left. But now we not only do we have to fight one, but we have to fight two. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. These guys are not that big of a deal. They're not that hard. Of course, they're not that hard when they actually don't cast crackdowns many times and actually kill things before they get abilities off. Yeah, when the AI has multiple targets, for some reason they like to just kind of just go back and forth on attacks, and it's quite frustrating. Like they'll do that stuff sometimes, and it's like, why do you insist on annoying me?
Again.
Oh my god. Controller, please cooperate.
An Aeon? Yeah.
Uni.
I know. I'm ready.
Okay. I lost a few seconds because my controller decided to go out right when I had to mash. Welcome back. You've missed a few boss fights. Only a few. Don't worry. And I also forgot to name one of the creatures because I was kind of in a rush. I had realized it at last minute.
Another.
Yeah, Ifrit's not that big of it. It's not that hard. Yeah, I was like I said, I was in a rush because it's just like, yeah. Oh my God, controller! Why do you insist on going out at like the worst possible times? Because now I'm losing time because I can't skip this damn cutscene. Naming way.
Fatu.
The leaders of.
I have a hunch.
Save the hunt.
Ладно, отвергнут как дофин. Тропин свой.
Translate.
Then that.
Alright, so coming up, we have like an RNG part. We have like a little RNG part here. So we're coming up here. We have to kind of guess which one it is. It's RNG. What? I got it first try. Why are you
March
surprised at
without
this
bed
point?
machina. Isn't that what they said?
How can this be?
How can this be that my controller keeps disconnecting? Thankfully I can't actually... I'm just gonna let the game play while I fix my controller for like the umpteenth time. I don't understand why it keeps disconnecting all of a sudden. This is probably out of the 4 you have to fight, or out of the ones you have to fight, this is the easiest one. So try different. I don't have another USB port I could try it on, or else I would. Like everything else is connected, and if I try to connect something else to something else, it won't work. The stuff I have connected is super picky about what I connect it to. Yeah, it won't work in certain spots because it's dumb. I don't know.
Oh, another hole. I wonder what's down there.
That was Ixon.
No way.
The hole we found.
Izion.
So deep.
Izion?
It was as though all
I don't
the
even know how you
secrets
say
in
it.
the world might be hidden in its depths.
I-X-I-O-N, Ixon.
But something told me to
Izion.
stay
I'm so
away.
terrible with
These
names.
secrets.
Get back.
Get back!
What?
Boom! That's right, I can skip this one. It's so hard to remember which ones you can and can't skip unless you speed on this game a lot. Also, this is a FMV. For some reason, just shows a green screen. And guess what? We have to movie buffer here. So we're just gonna sit here and watch.
What's happening?
I don't know. All we see is a green screen. It says, what? Oh, Ixion. It's not normal. It's just for some reason my version just has, like I said before. This is not the best port.
When I awoke, I was alone. I looked for you for so long.
This is not the best port.
I wandered, I realized something. Spira hasn't really changed at all. Everyone's still fighting over nothing, still dying like they used to. 1,000 years have passed, and they can't leave the hatred behind. I'm through waiting. I'll fix it. This world continues to fail us, and what's worse, I failed to protect you. Vegnagun will make that all go away. And we'll fade again, together. Help me do it. When?
Don't touch me. Whose feelings are these? Let
Yeah, there's not a really good spot, unlike the other one. Just gotta kind of hope you get it. Come on. Okay, I got it. I think I got it at least.
Open your eyes.
Open your eyes. Jeez. So the whole cutscene that I was supposed to go on was the fact that Shuyan appears and sees Yuna, who she thinks is Len, who was his lover. Yeah.
The end is not far now.
For opening eyes.
Give this to Pain. It was all I was able to find.
Yeah, give her this one too.
Huh?
Our wills.
Our wills.
He's kidding. Just make sure Pain gets him, all right?
How do you know her?
The four of us go way back.
Don't go.
It's under control.
Take care of things topside.
I didn't know what had happened. Everywhere I looked, I found only questions. But more than anything, I'm just angry. One thing after another, and I'm already confused to begin with. Hey! Where am I?
Alright, so we're just kind of... We can move here, but we don't want to move. We wait for it to fade out. Because there's just no real point moving. So we want to whistle once here. We do not want to whistle multiple times. Just waste time.
I'm all alone. Where are you?
Yeah, like a lot of people, that if you've not played the second one, a lot of this doesn't really make much sense to you. You have to really play the a lot of the you've had to have played like the first one to understand a lot of what's going on.
Come in, Yuna. Yuna!
Yuna, reporting in.
Yuna!
Alright, so that's chapter 3. And chapter 4... Oh, chapter 4 is a thing. Let's just put it that way. It is it's a thing. Oops. Oh, that's right, we're gonna talk to... Oh, that's right. We're supposed to go upstairs. We're supposed to go... I'm forgetting things. Don't mind me. I'm getting ahead of... It's not that I'm forgetting things. It's actually more that I'm getting ahead of myself. That's not where I'm supposed to go. Check the conspheres. Yeah, you have to check these just to, for some reason, to continue the story. It's kind of silly. Feels more like filler than anything.
Someone threw the comp.
Yeah, they throw into the consphere into the into the water, because they don't really like you very much. Fail the marathon. Who's supposed to do that? Talk to Buddy.
Look, it's like news.
And now we talk to Buddy again. We're gonna go to Moonflow. So this is. I literally call this one basically an auto scroller.
As long as you're there.
Because we're literally chasing down this one guy, this one little dude, this whole time. So this is a great time for donations. I know we're like, this is the last run of the night, so there probably isn't very much, but still, this is a great time for donations. Also, if you guys would like to ask me any questions or something, I don't really know. Just something to pass the time.
Where'd that little ball of...
Come back!
Oh, nice. Also, shout out to this guy just stepping on his buddy. Yeah, like, you guys want to ask me any questions? Like, you know, for example, like, why do you speedrun this game? Which is a great question, and my answer to that is I have no idea. I don't know why I chose this category. I kind of regret it. It's not that fun of a speedrun. I thought it was interesting at first, and then when I started running, I'm like, this is not fun anymore. I might move to like PS2 or something, because that's actually a lot more interesting. Or even No Creature Creator. Might do No Creature Creator. That's basically PS2, except just using HD, which still would be faster. Yeah, if you guys have questions to fill in the time, because we're gonna be here a while. Oh yeah, I wish you could control. That would make this like 20 times easier if you could control them. But that's kind of, I guess that's supposed to be kind of like the trade-off of them being really strong, is the fact that you have no control over them. But it doesn't have to be about this game. You can just ask like personal questions about myself. You know, or you can ask like personal questions, or you could like ask like about other speed runs I do, like, you know, like, you know, earlier in the marathon I ran tactics, so if you guys would like to ask questions about tactics or about any other speed runs I do, stuff like that, you're more than welcome. There's not really much to talk about this part. It's literally us just chasing this guy down. That's literally the entire part of Moonfall.
He says Toby.
So I'm just trying to like... Where am I from? I am from Florida in the United States. I know quite a few people that are from Canada actually. A few from Toronto. I think one I know from Quebec. Other ones that are from Canada that I know, I don't really know exactly which province they're in.
Yo, I'm good.
Close to Maine. Interesting. Wait, is Maine that close to Florida? Like Florida's pretty far down south. I thought like Maine was like in the middle of the states. Oh my goodness, we're finally done. Part is super long.
Hi, what can I do? Spectacularly spectacular! I most definitely Yep. A minor detail.
Well, the more
Aha! Then how about the Thunder Plains?
How about the Thunder Plains? Chooses the Thunder Plains when there's like places like the calm.
Simple, leave it to me.
Oh, borderline Atlantic. That's fair. I gotcha. Oh my goodness! I'm happy that we're doing it finally.
We're over the calm lands now.
What are you up to?
The project.
Who am I asking this? Let's go to elevator and cabin. Oh, yeah, it's now we're doing the dance mini game. That's not actually a mini game because there's not really anything to actually lose here. So we're just gonna mash a bunch of buttons to have fun. So to have a little fun, we're just gonna mash a bunch of buttons here. So top quality. Top quality minigame right here, dude. 10 out of 10. That was super difficult minigame, by the way. Super difficult.
It's almost time. Do you think people will show up?
You betcha. The Thunder Plains will be packed. But what are you gonna sing?
Thousand Words. That's like probably the best song in the game. Is 1,000 Words. But we have to skip it unfortunately because it's super long.
I can hear it echoing inside me.
Hopefully, as long as we got the
I think so.
as long as we got the
but I'm learning
we get
more
the
and
storage
more.
correct, we should be able to
Bits and
skip it.
pieces of her memories keep pouring in.
Pretty sure we got it.
It's like I can feel what she was feeling.
Thus shall Len's scattered thoughts be woven into bittersweet song. Something like that?
Hey, that was poetic.
We'll be arriving soon. After Buddy drops us off, he and the others will go pick up the spectators.
So we won't be able to board for a while.
You got it.
Alrighty then. So what we need to do real quick is we need to do a quick menu. Item the goon. Gonna use budget grenades. Looks like we have enough to have the ranger also. And then we also want to use beef him up. And we could have you have it too, but we don't need you to have it. So it is optional if we have the 5 or more. You definitely want to do that because having 2 assaults is really good. So what assault does is it gives you haste and berserk. So if you know it in FF10 games, if you know from the
yeah,
or just in games in general, the berserk, you lose control. Like you can't cast anything, you can't use any abilities. All you can do is do nothing but attack. But you get an increase in physical, like a very big increase in physical damage. But you lose control of using the character. But since we already have control, we don't have control of the characters anyway. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Anyway, so what we're gonna do from here is we're gonna not run across that. And we're going to be going to fight the next boss of the game. Who is actually pretty easy. It's not that hard. This is Salamander. More like Joe Commander. Got him. Before I just get bodied. That'd be hilarious if I got bodied. Yeah, if one of them casts assault, it's really good too. Oh, and not. Yeah, I already know. As you can see, they just attack like crazy. They just go nuts. Okay, so and now now we get to see if I actually did get this. I did get the buffer. If I got the buffer,
many
And
more
we should,
people on board, this thing is gonna fall out of the sky.
we should be good.
The two groups with their leaders gone and...
Hey, uh-oh.
No kidding. The two... Yeah.
I'll pick.
The Yevonites are here too?
Hey, you leaked up. If the Praetor were here, he'd never let the... What I want to know is
Where the news go?
What?
Where the news go? I just like that dude's voice. It's so funny to me for some reason. Where the news go? Talk to Toby.
Why?
R, B. Give me a Y, give me a R, give me a break. Yes, we got it. Okay. That saves like 5 minutes. Okay, controller, that's not nice of you to do.
Was a magnificent melody, Lady Yuna. The onlookers were all quite enchanted.
If it brings spirit together, even a little, then I'm glad.
Indeed, I believe it shall. As you said.
Jeez. Okay. Skip. Skip. Talk to Shinra. Jeez.
What happened? If we hear? Inconceivable!
Impressive machina. An invention like this could change the world. Whoever came up with this is a genius.
He's got good taste.
Guess I'm a genius too for fixing it. Anybody home?
Gipple!
I don't think he can hear us.
No response.
Some genius.
Nuji!
If you're done playing, let's go.
Chill out.
Lost your nerve?
Hey, we're talking about Vegnagon. How the heck do you fight that thing? We can't even walk up to it without freaking it out.
Or making it mad. But I've got a plan.
If it doesn't work?
Death will be my apology.
Whatever, man. When a Death Seeker dies, that's no apology. What about LeBlanc?
Well, she...
Why did it cut off like that? Ugh! Just when he was getting to the juicy bits!
Not my fault.
What a piece of junk! Forget it, I'll go ask him myself.
What about the Gullwings?
What about the Gullwings?
I think that we should help out Nuge. But first, I want to try talking to Shu Lien. I have to tell him how Len felt. I'm sure he'll understand.
Hey, that's what you cut. I always forget what you skipped that cutscene. That's chapter 4 done. Gum.
Spear Hunter team go.
Can we?
Your
Oh.
friendly name. Huh?
I love brother.
Yeah. What are we called now?
Does it really matter?
Good point.
Good point.
Alright, now we're gonna fight Shiva. Shiva's not really that hard of a boss. It's the next bosses that are actually hard. And with that, I think we're like ahead again. Yeah, we're actually ahead. Not by much, but we're ahead. Oh, my PV. This still could PV. Small chance. Depends on how... It all comes down to how Mega Sisters go. If Mega Sisters screw me, then I might not get PB. Well, that's not true. I mean, I could, as long as I don't have to do this fight like 10 times, I think I should be okay. As long as I don't have to do this fight like, you know, like if I don't have to do this fight like 10 times, then it should still be a PB. They would hurry up and use their abilities, that would be fantastic. Dude, this goon has been sitting here casting the same ability for like a while now. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about, like they'll just sit here forever. They would actually take one of them out and stop attacking them separately. We might actually have a better chance here, but they keep attacking separately. Okay, one of them's down. Okay, this shouldn't be a bad fight now. It all just comes down to if they actually attack decently. And with that, yeah, now we're actually on very good pace, a good possible pace of PBing, actually. Wow. I mean, to be fair, my PB is not that hard to beat. I just needed a good sisters fight and not miss the 1K word skip, which is exactly what happened. For the most part, most of like the rest of this should be pretty easy. Amina is not a hard boss fight. It's probably the easy. I actually would argue that he's actually probably the easiest out of them all because he's just so, or she, he, she, whatever you want to say.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. Skip.
We wanted to.
Forgot.
Hey.
Hey. Oops. A few seconds there. Wait for it to go again. Because it would have gypped me if I didn't. Okay, that was ball. Game! Oh my god! Please. Game jump! Jeez. Why was that so difficult? No. The game ate my input. Oops. Oh, that's gonna give me the encounter, isn't it? Nope, okay. Just gonna knock me back for a few seconds. Me. So, and then do. Oh, fa mi fa. Me. No. Game, stop eating my input. Oh my lord, dude. Also, I just want to point out, there was no Gipple there, and now there's a Gipple.
Are you?
Just wanted to point that out.
Guess she couldn't.
I never said.
Well then, please. You. Look, we'll tell Nuge you're waiting with.
Hey, Doc. A gift.
The gift from Nuge.
It's from 2 years ago.
I'll watch.
Hey, you should think about it. You know you won't.
You're right.
Yeah, they
What do you got
force
in
you
mind
to
for fun?
watch these cutscenes because you have no real
Any
choices.
ideas, Dr. P?
Me? A ship that glides through the air. That thing you mentioned before. If it's for real, I want to fly it.
You get to be pilot then. And maybe I'll try my hand at navigation.
Then I'll be engineer.
Nuge?
Captain.
Ah, that's perfect.
You'd let an amateur be captain?
Chill out, Noogster. All you gotta do is shut up and look important. You'll fit the part.
Like a club.
I'll work you like dogs.
Yeah, like I said, this game's story makes no fucking sense. It makes no freaking sense, dude. It really honestly does not.
Wait, you're captaining.
It makes no freaking sense, dude. This, it's like an anime, but no, with no actual sense of what the heck you're watching. Oops. Alright, so this is supposed to be a super thing. Long thing. You're supposed to watch the watch the thing and see how it works and stuff like that. But we have a cheat sheet to kind of tell us how to do it. I don't think I needed to heal. Please go up the thing. Oh my god. What the heck was that? What the heck was that? Which one is it? This one. So it's gonna play it twice to show that you, oh yeah, you got it correct. Hey, look at that, you know, kind of thing. And we did it! Yay. Can we go home now? Just kidding. Alright, so up the ramp we go. Yay!
A hunch it is then.
Yay! Oh, are you kidding me? Seriously? I just got you started working. You're gonna stop working again all of a sudden. Fuck you again. Wow, that was like the dumbest time loss ever. You couldn't even like wait till I'm up the thing before you just stop working. There's like a 3-minute cutscene coming up that I can't skip through text, and I couldn't even wait till then to mess me up, to mess up.
Boat barrel on. I have a plan.
What's...
He acts through another's... I'll shoot.
No.
Alright.
His body will be useless.
Like a
But if we're
4-minute
lucky,
cutscene here.
He won't die. Shuyun will abandon Barrel Eye. And then he'll come back for me.
What then?
I will die. My body has already been rigged. I'm taking Shuyun with me.
Nuge.
But you're our captain.
Exactly.
I don't like your plan. It sucks. Your plan is awful. Think about it. It's no different than what we did 2 years ago. We destroyed our own allies. We destroyed the Aeons who had fought together with us at our side. We didn't have a choice then. We believed that was the only way we could save Spira. Do you know what it felt like to watch them die? Right before my eyes. It was the only thing we could do. It was the only choice we had. I gave in, I accepted, I believed. I allowed it to be true. I thought I'd be able to go through with it without ever doubting myself. But it hurt so much.
Forgive us.
Everyone was so happy. Great job, Yuna. You did it. You saved us all. There were too many smiles to count. And I know that I was smiling too. But now, I look back. The people who should be here aren't. The ones who should be smiling with me aren't here.
We had no choice.
had no choice.
We had no choice.
Always we had no choice. Those are our magic words. We repeat them to ourselves again and again, but you know, the magic never worked. The only thing we're left with is regret.
Yuna, I'm sorry.
No. I don't want this anymore. I don't want friends to die, or fade away. I don't want battles where we have to lose in order to win. Nuge, I know that what you say is what you mean to do. Give me your resolve. Believe in Yuna.
So you...
That's plan B. Hey, no matter how monstrous it looks, so we can...
You never used to be the...
Look.
All right.
And I never was the weight like a...
Now we're past all the
Vegnagon can be just... Wanna know?
the whole part of him talking about some stuff.
It looks like we can...
Just keeps on talking. I know. What's going on, Cyber? How are you today? Like we would have joined the party.
Wow. Witness little.
What about shoot?
Plan...
Oh.
Love.
Real?
It'll...
The ultimate illusion.
I've come this far to bring Lens... The power of...
I'm good. Oh, we got Rascal here too. What the heck? What are you guys doing up so early? Or late, I mean.
Look!
I'm doing alright, Rascal. Trying to finish up this run. We're almost done too. Manny, I just want to let you know that we have 2 more bosses. Well, Vegnagun is it's like broken up into 3 different boss fights, but it's basically 2 different boss fights. It's basically 2 boss fights left. And oh, he's up late. That's fair. So the time will be on when we got the final hit on Shuyan. It can kind of sneak up on me, so try to keep track of that. Shuyan's the dude that looks like freaking Tidus. Yeah, I got this. This should be a PB as long as I don't die to any of the parts, which I shouldn't. This part's pretty free in this route. I'm already past pretty much the hardest part of the run.
Ha! This relic's get...
Yuna.
If we all attack
This
at
might
once,
not be
we can do this.
this might
We
not be
need to
sub
split up.
3, but
Leave the
We've got...
Guess that leaves...
but this should still be a pretty decent PB.
Okay, let's go.
See you later.
Yeah, Manny, I would advise you to be ready here soon. It's not coming out for a little while, but do be ready. That's all I'm saying. Because it can kind of sneak up on you.
friends are your strength.
There we go. That's the tail.
What's next?
Uni, they're in trouble!
Boss, let's get the heck out of here.
Let's get the heck out of here.
Want to get the heel?
You can heal us when we get home.
Come on.
Where's the this way? Yeah, I don't think this is definitely not going to be a sub 3, but that's okay. Still a PD nonetheless.
What are you doing here? I'll let you have this one. I'm going to go cheer Nuji on. Got it!
That's really unlucky. That's also really unlucky. Ooh, can you guys F off? Like, please? We'll hit on that. I just lost a bunch of time because spells had to go off. That's really dumb. The legs are pretty easy, as you can see.
Look!
It's the core and the head that's
I'm going.
pretty silly.
The going.
Okay.
This thing just keeps on ticking.
We'll finish it.
Do it. Alright, so we kind of hope that it attacks the core. It doesn't have to attack the arms, but they usually do.
This time the legs are just
Really
a distraction.
annoying.
You know where to strike.
No, no, not dead yet. There it is. Now it's dead. So at least I got a sub 3 Vecna gun. Oh, don't tell me it's soft locked. Oh, don't tell me it's soft locked. Oh god. Dang it, are you kidding me? It's soft locked. That's so stupid. Good way to lose time. It just freaking soft locked on me. That might have just killed my any chances of PB, because it just soft locked on me. Depends on where it dropped me. Okay, it just dropped me at the core. It could still possibly PB. Can't believe that. Oh my freaking god. Did I mention how great of a port this game is? I love it when the game just randomly just soft locks in you, dude. It's fantastic. It didn't crash, it's soft locked. There's a difference. There's a difference from crashing and soft locking. At least crashing, like I would have known, and I didn't have to sit there and wait a few seconds to see if he was actually going to die. Instead, it was just going to sit there in the stasis of, oh, he's dead, but it's just going to soft lock. But it's just soft locked because lol. So yeah, that just probably killed any chances of PBing.
You know where to strike.
May or may not. We'll have to see. One of them casts Assault. This is fantastic. Okay, looks like one of them is casting Assault. Nope, that's Armor Break. Just kidding. Now one of them's casting Assault. Okay, it didn't soft lock this time.
Where's shooting?
Okay, this is still gonna PP. This will still PP. Because all we got coming up is the head. Oh, we got the head, but I forgot we still have the head. So I didn't actually get a sub 3 Vecna gun. I forgot we have the head still.
What now?
So this might actually not be.
Maybe we're finished?
Finished indeed.
Finished indeed.
All of Spirit is finished.
All of Spira is finished.
He's got a plan B too!
He's got a plan B too.
He's panicking. Yuna, end it now.
This is it, everybody! Stay focused!
So now he's got a giant laser cannon coming out of his mouth because can. again. Because this is a Japanese, you know, RPG, so obviously there's got to be some kind of robots. Kipo. Okay.
Come, Vegnagun. Let us purge this repulsive world.
I didn't even know he could actually do an attack. I didn't even know he could do an attack. Nice double assault.
And now begins.
That a girl. The tides
Oh
are
my
turning.
god, guys, shut up. No one cares.
Vegnagun fires. It's all over. You have to stop it now. There is no overtime.
Oh my god, dude. Why?
Is this thing finally out of juice?
Maybe he'll listen.
Yeah, let's talk to Shu.
Alright, I'm 3 minutes ahead of my PB right now. 3.5, a little over 3.5 minutes. Still ahead of my PB. All I need is Shuyin not to just... all I need is the game just not to, like, literally do anything stupid in this game, and this run's over.
Shuyin.
Len.
There's something I must tell you. Words left unspoken for 1,000 years. I love you. And I'm grateful that you stayed with me until the end.
But I couldn't save you.
It doesn't matter. Please, don't go on grieving alone.
I really wish you could
Rest.
actually skip this cutscene, because, like, geez, it's freaking long. As long as, for some reason, somehow Shuyin just completely wipes my team, which, as long as it doesn't randomly just wipe my team, which shouldn't be possible, this should be a PB.
We can finally fade together.
Not by much, but it's like by a couple minutes or something, because of the random freaking soft lock.
No.
No. You are not Len.
Wait!
You are not Len!
She's been by a few minutes, my bad. I got a hero
Vanish
drink,
with the
dude.
rest of Spira.
Terror of Energy. It's gonna take out. I was gonna go for. Is he actually gonna live through that? This is the first time I'm actually gonna see one of them actually live through this attack. He does that attack at least once in this Wow, that's awkward. First time I've ever actually seen him live through, someone live through that. Time is coming up here soon.
Be gone.
Oh my gosh. It's gonna hit and run. Okay, well, time would be here soon, but he decided to troll me. And time.
Shuyan.
Don't try to tell me you understand.
So, yeah, I got like a 309X or something like that. I think Manny's gone, guys. I think yeah, Manny's gone. But yeah, I get like it was like a 309 something. So that was it, guys. That was Final Fantasy X-2, HD 80%. If you guys want to run this game, I highly advise against it. If you're going to run this game, I highly recommend you run the PS2 version, or you run no creature creator %. Do not run HD 80%. It's horrible.
This moment is all we get.
As we have the timer still going because Manny decided to just fall asleep on us or something. I don't really know what happened.
Anything else. Just knowing how you